Hey guys, Hannah here. Today's video is going to be of my entire makeup collection. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. I would enjoy and love that very much if you will. And tell me anything you'd like to see me do or use from my makeup collection. And I hope I'm not going too fast. Disclaimer, anything that I have, I was either gifted or I bought with my own money when I saved. Most of the stuff I have are drugstore, and anything that is expensive I saved up or I got cheap from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. You guys know about that. So enjoy. We're going to be starting off with the face, and I'm going to start off with my concealers. I have these in order of my favorites, which are the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I have it in the shade 165 Deep Tan and 160 Warm Tan. These ones are my perfect shades, and sometimes they mix them, but when I first bought these I got the lightest shade, thinking because sometimes I like to brighten my eye. So this is shade 145 Warm Beige, and it looks a little weird at the bottom. I'm gonna have to mix it all together, sorry guys. And I have tan and hazelnut in the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I have the L'Oreal Radiant Concealer Age Perfect in the shade Almond 260. I have the It Bye Bye Under Eye Concealers in the shade Deep Tan and in Rich. It says Deep and it's Rich Tan, my bad. I have the Becca, let's shake this one up a bit. I have the Becca Aqualuminous Perfecting Concealer in Dark Golden. This is really good because I have severe dry skin, like really dry skin. So I try to use hydrating products. If you guys have any affordable hydrating makeup products that I should try, then please share them below. I would love to know what they are. I also have the Wet n Wild Concealer in Dark Cocoa. I actually love this a lot. I didn't think I would. Of course, I have the Maybelline Concealer in Caramel. This Too Faced one I always saw in videos, and I saved. And when I went, one of the workers told me to try Mahogany for my skin tone, and I started using it. It was really good. It was really full coverage. I love full coverage, but my skin isn't that bad. I have to cover up a lot, so I like medium to light coverage, but every now and again I like full coverage. But I haven't used this in a long time. I really want to finish it because I spent a lot of money on it. I have the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Deep Dark 54, and I have this, which I just bought last month, Shot Miss A with Nutmeg, the liquid concealer. I saw videos on this and I really wanted to try it, and I love it. I used to use this Revolution Concealer C12 a lot. This is my second one. The first one I had finished because that's how much I loved it. But then once I got the second bottle and I started using it, my under eyes were really dry, so I don't use this anymore. I use this as an eye primer sometimes, but I just keep it because there's a lot of product and I want to finish it. So that's it for concealer. Next, I have my eye primers. My favorite ones are the P. Louise Base. I have it in Rumor 0, Rumor 3, and Rumor 5. I have one for closest to my skin shade, and the rest are much lighter for when I use bright eyeshadows. These ones I use for regular neutral shades, and my favorite one is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. And the Too Faced one I don't use that much, but I love it as well because it's sheer and it has no pigment to it when I put it on my eyes. And these are two white concealers, the CoverGirl and the Morphe. The Morphe is a little drying on the eyes, but it really helps the colors to pop. And I have these four eyeliners from LA Girl, which I use in my waterline when I do colorful looks. These are the Shockwave Neon Eyeliners in the shades Screamin', Fresh, Pop, and Electric. As for eyeliners, I have the Maybelline Master Precise All Day in black, the Stila All Black, the Stila in Indigo, and the Stila in Snow. Stila is my favorite, like, high-end eyeliner. My favorite one I used to use was the NYX eyeliner. It's called the Epic Liner, I think. This is my eyelash, I don't know what you call this. It's tweezers, but specifically for eyelashes. My favorite lash glue is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. I hear a lot of makeup gurus talk about this, and I've used this since I've gotten it. I have the Master Conceal. I love this for the eyes. I used to use this once upon a time. I still have it, and I want to use it and like retry it again, but yeah. My mascaras, my favorite is the Lash Paradise base. It smells so good, like roses. My favorite black mascara is the Clinique High Impact Mascara. And then these two, the Big T's Buxom Plumping Mascara. I don't know, I saw this in Marshalls. It's in black, black is black. I saw this in Marshalls, and I thought it was a really cool doe foot applicator. And it's really pigmented. And then I have the It Superhero Elastic Stretch Mascara. Yeah, this is pretty good. I don't use this all the time, but I love the sleek packaging. It's so nice. And then my favorite brow pomade is the LA Girl in dark brown. The one, when I first started doing makeup, I used the L'Oreal brow pomade. I used that. That's the only one I used before I even got into eye pencils? Eyebrow pencil. And this is the only eyebrow pencil I use now. I used to use the L'Oreal brow pomade and the L'Oreal brow pencil. You know, they go hand in hand. And those are my favorite for a while. But then I wanted to try something else, and I tried the e.l.f. And this is my go-to, like, ride or die. I use this all the time. And this is in the shade Deep Brown. So, yeah, I use that every day. So, we're going into primers and foundations next. So, we have I don't have a lot of primers because I want to know what's good for dry skin. I research and then I'm kind of scared to try it, guys. So if you guys can help me, like, really, I don't know, push me to buy or try new things, I would appreciate it. This is the Pixi Rose Glow Mist with 7 flower oils. It smells really, really good. I haven't used it that often because sometimes it smells too strong, but sometimes I use this after I do my skincare. The Murad Hydration Prebiotic 3-in-1 Multi-Mist. This is really good, but the nozzle, when it sprays, it's like really, really thin, and it doesn't spurt out evenly all over my face. So most of the time I spray it in my hand and I just like use it as primer. This is my favorite primer water. I use it to prime my face. It smells like coconuts, which is amazing. Then I have, this is the only primer, well, not primer, setting spray I've used high-end. I've never tried anything else. I've heard that CoverX is good, the hydration one, and the Fenty one as well, if I'm correct. But I have the big bottle, but I have this travel size, so I just put it in there because it's easier to store amongst my other things. And I have this Becca First Light Priming Filter Instant Complexion Refresh. And this is my favorite primer to use. I've had it for a long time now, and I've barely made a dent in it because sometimes I mix my primers. And I also love the Too Faced Hangover. This is when I bought the Too Faced concealer, and I love this primer. It's really good. I'm almost done with it, almost. And I have this Ren Perfect Canvas Clean Primer. This is very expensive, and you guys can't see because of the bottle. Well, the bottle's pretty, by the way, but I haven't used that much. Sometimes I use it to, like, my pores are kind of big sometimes, so that's what I use it for. And I really love this dropper. I also have the Master Primer Base Blur and Smooth. This is my favorite drugstore primer I like to use all over my face. It's really good in my T-zone. I'm not oily, but, you know, I like it to mattify some parts of my face. I've had this Garnier Skin Active Glow Boost Illuminizing Moisturizer for a while. It's really nice, and it smells like apricot. But the few times that I used it, it really didn't do anything to my skin. Like, I didn't see any difference, like a glow. But I really want to give it a shot for, like, those no makeup days, because it only gives, like, a little glimmer, but not too much that you can see anything happening. So those are all my primers I have and sprays. Sorry, guys. Next, I will be showing you my foundation. Right now, I got 3 new foundations from Shop Miss AOA. And these are the buildable satin foundations. I didn't know what shade I was in, so I bought 2 shades in this one, but I'm in Nutmeg. And I also bought Rich, which is way too dark for me because my face is a little lighter than the rest of my body, like a little bit, but this is too dark, and Nutmeg is my perfect shade. So Rich will just be sitting here for a while. Once this one's finished, I'll probably mix my white foundation to make it lighter and see if it'll work, which it'll probably will. And then since I was short Nutmeg, I got the Pro Wear Full Coverage Foundation in Nutmeg, and this one is so good. It's like skin finish. It's so nice, guys. I would totally recommend it, and it's so cheap, which is crazy. And my favorite all-time foundation that I've been using since I started makeup is the Fit Me foundation in the color Mocha 360. This is my shoot and try everything. Anytime I don't know what kind of foundation to wear and I don't know what, I'm just gonna wear this, and I don't even use that much. I just wish it came with a pump, which I hear everybody say, but I don't mind, you know, dumping it, even though sometimes it's a waste of product. I have Wet n Wild, the Photo Focus foundation in Mocha. This is really nice. I wasn't sure what shade I was in, but this is the darkest shade they have. I know about the dewy one, but I've heard mixed reviews and I'm not sure. But this one works for me, and I just have to have my skin really moisturized, and this works perfectly. It's not matte or anything. So next we have the ColourPop No Filter foundation in the shade Deep Dark 195. I know about the skin tint one and the new one that just came out, and I would love to try it. I will probably order it and do a review on it for you guys if you would like, but I will be ordering it. My other favorite besides the Maybelline is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation in the shade Deep C1. Now, when I was trying to get a shade for this, they're not in stores, and when I went on Ulta, I had to kind of guess what shade I would be, but it's a good thing I picked the right shade because I thought it would be a little too light, but it's perfect. It's just like the Clinique foundation, which I have right here, and it's a doe foot, and they're almost the same shade. Clinique is just a little bit darker, but Clinique was my first high-end foundation that I got. My mom got it for me, so it's really special to me. Not this one. I finished the first one she ever got me because that would be a really old foundation. But this one's in Clove, and I've been using this for a while now. I mostly use this on my sister because she likes how it looks. So anytime I do her makeup, I use the Clinique foundation. And this one I like to use when I just want a light coverage and it's like a skin finish. Next we have the Super Stay foundation, and I have two. So when I first heard this foundation was coming out, I know it's full coverage and it's kind of matte, but people say it's like a dupe for the Huda Beauty. But the reason I got it was not because it was a dupe, but because I love Maybelline. So I got the shade Mocha because that's the same shade I'm in and it fit me. And when I wore it the first 2 times, it looked really good. My mom said it looked really nice. You couldn't tell I was wearing foundation. But then when I tried it out again, I looked orange. So I stopped wearing this. So I said maybe I need a darker shade. So I got the shade Deep Bronze, and this is way too dark. And when I tried lightening it, it was a hot mess. So I was thinking maybe I have to mix the two to get a good shade, because the undertones are kind of hard with drugstore foundation. But I haven't tried it yet, but I will try my best to get to it because I really love it. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And for the last couple, we're gonna do this. So I have this Black Radiance foundation stick and the shade Cocoa Bean. I don't have a lot of stick foundations because sometimes they clog your pores and things like that. So this is how it looks. I love this foundation stick. It's really good. And that's one side. And then the other side is this brush, which is really cool. It's like, I've never used the brush side because, you know, I use my big brushes, but it's really good. It's an affordable option and it's Black owned, if I remember correctly. I would love to try more of this brand, so yeah. My other stick foundation is the Clinique Chubby in Nude in Curviest Clo. That just sounds so sassy. And this, guys, I probably have to get rid of because I've had this for about 3 years now. I want to do a declutter, but I'm not sure because I'm not sure if I should let go of some stuff. But this I used to wear in the summer, and I thought it would look really bad, but it looks really good, guys. So if you want to wear this in the summer, it's really, really nice. And the last 2 foundations I have are the Milani Concealer in Perfect, just like the concealer, because these go hand in hand and it's so beautiful, guys. This is in the shade Golden Toffee 14. Guys, I'm not really good at picking foundation shades because I don't want to pick too light or too dark, but lately when I go to the store and I see it in person, I'm really good at picking it out. So lucky me, and I'm glad I got this far. And my favorite illuminating foundation is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This is really good, and it's in the shade, what's in the shade? Oh, 212 Cocoa. So that's all for the foundations. So I'm gonna show you my powders and highlighters. So we have the Beauty Bakery flower powder, and this is in the shade Almond. This is exactly close to my skin shade, and I was thinking maybe I need a lighter one in case, not to bake, but like to highlight under my eyes. But this is pretty good and I really love it. I heard a lot of good things about this, and when I tried it, I was really happy with it. So yeah. The Collab powder, I got it from Sally's Beauty, and I wasn't sure. When I went in there, I was going for nail stuff, but then I just saw the rack and I said, oh, this looks really pretty. And I remember, I forgot her name. If I remember it, I'll put it in the video for you guys. But this is the Collab powder, and it's Set the Stage Ultra Fine, and it's in the shade Almond Caramel. When I tried this for the first time, this is what I use non-stop every time I did my makeup. and it looks so flawless under my eyes. Looks so nice and fine milled. It was amazing, guys. I'm telling you, you guys should try it. It's really nice. So yeah. Also, when I was at Sally Hansen, I saw this rice powder by Palladio. It's in the shade Warm Beige. They had lighter shades, but this was the darkest one, and I use this under my eyes. It's really good. It's like not grainy, but like it says rice powder. It's really finely milled. If you guys can see on the side, it's really kind of beige. So I use this to brighten under my eye, and I use this hand in hand. I did one side with the collab powder and the other side with this powder, which was really nice. I bought Fenty Beauty because I've always wanted to try Fenty Beauty before. I want to try the Dewy Primer, which I might, but I don't know if I can bring myself to buy it, you guys. But I want to try the powder, and I knew they had the mini sizes, so I got it in Honey, which is kind of a banana shade, and I love it. That's all I gotta say. Love it. I have these two Fit Me powders in medium deep and in deep. Lighter ones for under my eyes, and I use this all over my face. Not much to say because they're really good. My favorite powder of all time is the True Match by L'Oreal in Cool C8. This is the first powder I've used when I started doing makeup, and it's the only pressed powder I've used since then. I want to try the Maybelline one and things like that, but I just keep coming back to this one. It's just so good. And I wanted to try a much lighter shade for when I wanted to look lighter under my eyes, and this was the perfect shade. So this is in Neutral and 7, so these go hand in hand. I have this True Complexion Contour Palette in Medium Dark from Black Radiance. It's contour, sculpt, and highlight. I've never contoured before, you guys. I'm not really sure how to, and to me it's not really for me, so I never contour. And this is like the shade, like a powder for all over my face, and this I could use under my eyes. And this highlight, guys, is to die for. It's so blinding, and it's my favorite. Next we have highlighters. My favorite highlighter is the Master Chrome in Molten Gold. I think everybody knows about this. It's really, really good. And I really haven't made that much of a dent in it because, you know, it's just so good. Then I wanted to buy one that's a little bit more dyed down and not as blinding. And I bought this in Topaz, Molten Topaz. This is really nice, but it's not as blinding. It's a little bit subtle for those days when you want a little highlight but not too much. This is in Too Faced Snow Bunny Luminous Bronzer, but I use it as a highlighter. It's really gold. And I have these two liquid ones, which is the Wet n Wild Hello Halo and Go With The Glow, and the Anastasia Liquid Glow and Bronzed. These I usually tap on my face over my foundation, then put a powder if I really want that pizzazz. And I also have the Wet n Wild Hustle and Glow. This is the loose powder, the loose highlighting powder. And this was my sister's, and she gave it to me. It's the Aurora Anastasia Beverly Hills. These ones are more fun and like a pop of color. They're more funky looking, and I really like it. So those are all my highlighters.